Okay, here's the toilet I gotta take up and replace the wax rings around where it goes into the sewer flange. So she also wants this bidet thing taken off, and I don't blame her, because if I'm on the pot doing my thing and something squirts me in the butt, somebody's getting shot. So gotta take that off, but this is a very small area here, and this is the bottom part is kind of heavy. So I'm gonna take the tank off. I'm gonna drain everything, take the tank off, and that way I just have to handle the the lower portion, because there's just nowhere to, I mean, you know, this is it. Alrighty, first thing to do is shut the water off back here. And then, okay, I'll be there in a minute. Yeah, I'm come drink it. Just a second. Pop these off. Oh, damn it. There we go. Okay, that looks like a ½ inch. Okay, let me go drink my coffee. I'll be right back. Honey, don't go licking people's toilets.
Get! Go!
Go on. I run into some problems and I just forgot to film, so let me get you up to date. This tank had that blue tablet which turns into syrup in the bottom of the tank. So it was messier than this job normally is, so I had to really do some quick wiping and cleaning. Alright, I got the tank off. I got the flange bolts off, and one of the flange bolts is broken. Or not all there. This isn't even the right bolt. So that might explain why this toilet was leaking around the gasket, because there was nothing holding it down to the flange. And in the meantime, I got the bidet thing off, but whoever put this on had just slathered all kinds of glue on it. The toilet seat was broken, but it had been glued back together, and nobody really noticed it until I took the bidet off. So Bev is going to get a new toilet seat and a longer hose that goes from the tank, because that bidet and the tank was connected to a T that the bidet connected to, and then the tank hose connected to the top of the T. Well, without the T, I'm about that short from getting back to the water line. So what I'm going to do next is pick the toilet up, and my wife is going to have a bucket here, and she's going to try to catch some of the water if I don't quite make it into the sewer pipe. And I got to tip this toilet up like this, take my putty knife, scrape the old gasket up off the bottom of the toilet and off the flange pipe. Okay, there's the toilet. There's no wax on the bottom of it, so it didn't stick to that. This is the flange, the toilet flange. And here's one flange bolt, and here's where the other one is supposed to go. But it didn't have one. And this really isn't much of a wax ring here. I've got a tall ring I'm going to put back on there. And I'm going to clean all this up real quick. So, let me get my putty knife. I bought some rubber gloves just for this portion of it. I bought the largest gloves they have, and they will not fit. I can't even get my hands in the wrists. So, it looks like I'll be barehanding this. And yes, you may not want to know what that is. See you in a little bit. Okay. That's looking better. That's what I used. I feel a little bit better now. Alright, this is where the other flange bolt goes that's not there. So, I'm waiting for Bev to come back from the store with a flange bolt. And I will mount this, put the wax ring on there, and set the toilet back down on there and let it settle into the wax. And I'll show you what I got in a second. My God, this has taken me 3 times longer than I thought it would, and this is exactly why I hate plumbing. This has been so effed up by somebody previous to me coming here. The flange originally that was on this is broken off, and all the lip that held the repair flange, this is a spanner flange, it's 2 pieces, and it's meant to repair these. It goes underneath the flange and it bolts together. Well, that wasn't on there right, which is why this thing was leaking so bad, because you couldn't tighten the toilet down to the floor. So the only thing I can do besides busting up this concrete, cutting the pipe off, putting a proper flange there, pouring the concrete back around it, is this. I call this Brad rigging, or Yankee engineering, since I'm a Yankee. And what I'm going to do is drill some holes, several, around the outer edge of this. Put it on here. Put a little caulking underneath it. You know, before I put it down, I'll put caulking here. Set this down. Drill some pilot holes where I've drilled holes in here, and screw this down on top of that flange. And I'll be able to put the tank bolt, the flange bolts back in here, and this will hold. And it's the best I can do besides going down to the concrete, and believe me, I have the tools to do that, and if it comes a time I have to do that, I will. I have a hammer drill that's more than capable of perforating a bunch of holes around here and busting this up, and they're doing it the hard way. So I'm going to do it like this, and I got stainless steel screws so they won't rust. And let me get to drilling here. And all right, I am very proud of that. If I wasn't, I wouldn't go home till I was. That's going to work. It'll last the rest of her life. All right, I'm going to put a wax ring on that, put my flange bolts on there, lower the toilet down onto it, and we'll be pooping before you know it. Okay, my wife is going to hold the camera. Well, I just want to show you how these flange bolts go in. They go into this little slot here, and you hold it up, and they come with this little plastic keeper. You slide that keeper over, and basically what that does is hold it up while you set the toilet down over it. And okay, now I'm going to do the wax ring. Okay, there's the wax ring. Now, I got to get up and get that toilet, lower it down there carefully. And like I said, we'll be pooping in a minute. Alright, I got the toilet down. I had to put a regular height wax ring on there. Now down here on the sides, I got to bolt it down to the flange that I put in there. And start reassembling the toilet here. We got a new seat. I got to put a new seat on because the old one was busted. And all right, I'll tighten this down and show you what I got. Okay, no leaks. Okay, I'm happy. Plumbers, whatever you charge plumbers, double it. Alright, thanks for watching.